Dear students, welcome to this session. In this session, we will start the dynamic programming approach for solving the problems. This is one of the algorithm design technique. We already discussed the divide and conquer approach for solving the problem. The next dynamic programming. After that, we will discuss one more design technique called greedy approach. These three are very important for any problems. We can understand this approach, dynamic programming, from the divide and conquer approach itself. It is slightly differed from what the divide and conquer approach. In the divide and conquer approach, the problem is divided into the subproblem. The subproblems are solved recursively. Finally, what the solutions of the subproblems are combined into a solution of the main problem. Similar to that divide and conquer, the dynamic programming approach also, the problem is going to be divided into the subproblems. The subproblems, actually the point is, but in both the dynamic programming and divide and conquer, the subproblem is the smaller instances of what? The main problem. It means that the problem is the same, only the size of the input will be the different in that for the subproblem. It is a smaller instances of what? The main problem. So main problem is a sorting, means the subproblem is also what? The sorting. But the main problem that the size is the n, means the subproblem size may be the n by 2, n by 3, like that. So this is the logic for what? Both the dynamic programming and what? Divide and conquer. But what is the difference is, the divide and conquer is applied when the subproblems are considered as the disjoint subproblem. Disjoint means what? Independent subproblem. It means one subproblem is not depending on another subproblem. So that subproblems what? Individually will be solved, and finally the combined will solutions will be what? Combined. Whereas the dynamic programming, it will be applied when the subproblem overlaps. It means that one subproblem, that is a solution of one subproblem, is required for what? Solving another subproblem. In that case, you can go for what? The dynamic programming. Okay, so dynamic programming is similar to what? The divide and conquer approach. It divides the problem into the smaller instances of what? Subproblems. The difference is, the in divide and conquer, the subproblems are independent subproblems, where the dynamic programming, the subproblems are depending to each other. Depending to each other means it means that the solution of one subproblem may be required for what? The solution of what? Another subproblem. So what is the advantage of the dynamic programming than what? The divide and conquer? That we'll discuss. So this is a simple diagram for understanding the divide and conquer approach. Okay, the problem is divided into the subproblems 1, 2, 3, 4. Is a smaller instances of what? Main problems. Size may be equal to 1, 2, and 3, and 4, like that. We can what? Divide it. And the solutions, and finally what? The solutions will be what? Combined. Each subproblem will be solved either recursively or what? Iteratively. And then the solutions will be combined to obtain the solution for the main problem. So problem is solved now by using the divide and what? Conquer approach. Here, how can we differentiate the dynamic programming from that divide and conquer? In the dynamic programming also, the step will be continued. That is, the problem is divided into the subproblem, the solutions will be determined. Here, what point we are mentioning is, the dynamic programming is applied when what? The subproblem overlaps. Subproblem overlaps means, here this is the smallest subproblem. Okay, this solution may be needed for finding the solution for the second subproblem. Like that, if you design that algorithm, that will become what? That will be considered as for dynamic programming. It means that this solution, for finding the solution 2, the solution 1 is needed for what? This one. Similarly, what, for finding the solution 3, the solution 2 is solved. That is a subproblem 2 is solved. We got the solution 2. That may be needed for what? The subproblem 3. Similarly, what, we are obtaining the solution 3, that may be needed for what? The subproblem 4. Okay, here n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3 and n equal to 4. That is a size equal to 1, 2, 3 like that. The smaller subproblem solution may be needed for obtaining the solution for what? The larger subproblem. So this smaller solution 1 is maybe needed, may be used by what? This one. Like that, if you design that algorithm, that is becoming what? Dynamic programming. It means that once the smaller subproblems are solved, in the dynamic programming, we will start solving the smaller subproblems one by one. Once the smaller subproblems will get solved, it will be stored in a table. So that is an approach for what? Dynamic programming. So once the subproblem is solved, that solution will be maintained in the memory. So that what, if the subproblem 2 needed that solution, it will take from what? The memory, instead of doing the recomputation, because this subproblem solution is needed. Again, instead of doing the same procedure again, it simply take that solution from what? The table. So then it will solve it and it will find it. Now what, the next solution 2 is available, that is also what stored in the table. Next, for solving the subproblem 3, here he need that solution of what? S2. Okay, this smaller size subproblem solution is needed by what? Subproblem 3. So he will take from the table. So that is the procedure is going to maintain in what? Dynamic programming. Problem is divided into the smaller size subproblems. Once the smaller size problems, we will start solving the problems one by one. While solving the subproblem solution will be stored in a table, so that what? The next subproblem may utilize what? The solution of what? The smaller size solution, subproblems solutions. So that only if the subproblems are depends to each other, it means that when the subproblems overlaps, we can apply that dynamic programming. Finally, what? That solutions, all these solutions we need what? Are combined to get what? The solution to the main problem. Okay, so here only it is a difference. Okay, so this is the divide and conquer, and this is what? Dynamic programming. So you can understand this with what? One example. Okay, so we'll discuss one example that we will solve it by the divide and conquer. Then how we can convert that into the dynamic programming. By converting, what is the advantage we are getting? What is the advantage we are getting what when doing that same problem using what? Dynamic programming. But all the problems cannot be solved by using the dynamic programming. Okay, some problems can be solved only by using the divide and conquer. When the subproblems is not overlapping, is not depending on to each other, means no need of storing the smaller size subproblems. In that case, we can simply go for what? A divide and conquer approach. So depending on the problem, we need to choose the dynamic programming on or divide and conquer. And what is the drawback in the dynamic programming than the divide and conquer? Means memory utilization. So the solutions are what? Maintained is that what? Memory. So once this solution 1, solution 2, solution 3, everything will be what? Stored in a table. After finding the solution for the main problem, that memory get what? Erased. But the thing is what? The memory, the space complexity will be little bit high for what? The dynamic programming approach. Correct? The time complexity may be reduced. That is, a recomputation may be avoided. Recomputation means what? For solution 2, okay, instead of doing the same procedure again, we will utilize that existing what? A solution. It means that the recomputation is avoided in the dynamic programming. But another way, another end, what we are increasing the space. We need the space for storing the solution. Space complexity will get what increased. So both should be what perfectly balanced. In that type of problem only, we need to go for what the dynamic programming. So if you are compromise the space, if your time complexity is what much reduced, okay, then you can go for what the dynamic programming. Okay, divide and conquer and dynamic programming. Okay, the points I have written here. Okay, what I explained that I written, that is dynamic programming is like divide and conquer method solves the problem by combining the solutions to the subproblems. So it is similar to what divide and conquer. Divide and conquer algorithm partition the problem into disjoint subproblems. Disjoint means what? Independent subproblems. And the solve the subproblems recursively and combine the solution. That is the procedure for what? Divide and conquer. But the dynamic programming applies when the subproblem overlaps. That is when subproblems share the subproblems. Okay. So what is the dynamic programming approach means? In that situation we can apply the subproblem. Okay, how it will be solved means the dynamic programming algorithm solves each subproblem just once. Okay, it will start solving the subproblem from what is smaller size subproblems. Once the smaller size subproblems are solved, that will be stored in a table just once, then that saves the answer in a table. Store that answer in a table, thereby what avoiding the work of recomputing the answer every time. Table means a memory. The memory will maintain that answers. So that what for the larger size subproblem, if it need that smaller size solution, then it will take from what table instead of do it again. Okay, so that advantage is there. Okay. So next we will discuss one problem for the dynamic programming. So the problem first we will solve it by the divide and conquer approach. Then how can we convert that into the dynamic programming and what is the advantage? That we will discuss. The problem is the rod cutting problem. So what is the problem statement is, you will be given a n-inch rod. Okay, n-inch rod will be given to you. So you can cut the rod and you can sell the pieces. In which way, if you cut the rod and selling the piece, you will get the maximum revenue. That you have to find it. So what is the output is the maximum revenue. Okay, obtainable by cutting up the rod and selling the pieces. Okay, n-inch rod is given to you. Okay, and in one cutter is given to you, and the price list also what you fixed. So 1-inch rod price is this one, 2-inch rod price is this one, like that. What the price list also what given to you, you can cut the rod and sell the pieces. Then each piece price also what given to you. So in which you have to find what, in which way if you cut the rod you will get the maximum revenue. Okay. For example, if you are considering the 4-inch rod, okay, so assume it, this is a 4-inch rod. Okay, so here 1, 2 and what 3. Okay, so 4-inch. So the entire rod is given. Okay, if you sell that piece as a single piece, that is a 4-inch rod piece. Okay, so the 4-inch rod piece price is given as what, 9 rupees. Okay, instead what, the 3-inch rod, if you are selling the 3-inch rod, it means that into the two pieces, 3-inch rod and 1-inch rod, like that. 3-inch rod price is given as what, 8, and 2-inch rod price is what given as what, 5, and 1-inch rod price is given as what, 1. Okay, so the price list, that is a 4-inch rod is given to you, and the price list is an array. Okay, the price list is given as what, 1 comma 5 comma 8 comma what 4 9. It means that 1-inch rod price, like that 5-inch. So if you are selling the 4-inch rod as what 4 individual 1-inch rods. Okay, if you are doing making the cut here and here, you will get the 4 pieces. 4 pieces are what 4 pieces of 1-inch rod. If you are selling 4 pieces of 1-inch rod, we will get what 4 into 1 4 rupees only. Instead what if you are selling that piece as it is, okay, 4-inch rod, okay, that price is what 9 rupees. You will get 9 rupees maximum. Okay, instead of fitting in if what instead of cutting into the 4, if you are selling as it is, you get what 9-inch. Instead, if you are cutting into the 2 pieces, one piece is the 1-inch rod, another piece is a 3-inch rod. 1-inch rod price is 1, 3-inch rod price is what 8. You will get again what 9 rupees. Instead, if you are cutting the rod into the 2 pieces, you each of which what 2 inch. So 2 numbers of what 2-inch rod. So in that case what 1 2-inch rod price is what 5 rupees. So 5 plus 5 what 10. So we will get what a maximum revenue. So among this combination, okay, so if you are cutting the rod into the 2 pieces, each of which having the 2-inch, you will get the maximum revenue. Like that you have to what find the solution. So we have to check all the combinations among them. So which way of cut will give the maximum revenue? That is the problem statement. First you understand the problem statement, we will enter into the problem. So simply solution means what? We need to check all the combinations. Okay. So here we can simply proceed like this. That is, if you are doing the first cut on the first inch, okay, so it means that we will get the 2 pieces. One is the 1-inch rod, another one is what 3-inch rod, like this. Okay, 3-inch rod. So 1-inch rod price is what 1, 3-inch rod price is what 8. So what we will get what 9. Okay, that is one solution. Or otherwise what we can do means, this 3-inch rod itself what we can get that maximum revenue. It means that again what if you are doing that another cut. So this can be what sold. The 3-inch rod can be what splitted into partition into the 2 pieces, 1-inch rod and then what 2-inch rod, like this we can sell it. In that case what 1-inch rod, again 1-inch rod, again 2-inch rod. 2-inch rod price is what 5. So in that case we will get what 1 plus what 5, 7 rupees. Correct. So again this 2-inch rod, instead of what selling 2-inch rod like this, okay, as it is, we can do what split again. This can be splitted into what 2 numbers of 1-inch rod, like this. Okay, in that case here 1 rupees. Now 3-inch rod is splitted into like this. Again we are getting 1 rupees. Again here what this is what splitted into the again 2 pieces. So 1 plus what 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is what 4 rupees we will get in this way. Correct. So if you are selling like this, if you are made first cut like and a 3-inch rod, if you are sell as it is, you will get what 9. Okay, similarly what if you are selling that piece as it is without any cut, you will get what 4-inch rod price is actually what 9. If you are selling in this way, we will get what the same 9. Again what in this way we will get 7. In this way we will get what 4. Okay, again here first you have made a cut on the first inch. Similarly what I can made a cut on what second inch. It means that 2 pieces, that is what I made a cut on what second inch, and then what say 2-inch rod will be what sold out, sell as it is. It means that this 2-inch rod price is that 5, this 2-inch rod price is the 5, will get what 10 rupees revenue. If you are keeping this 2-inch rod as it is, again if you are checking the possibility for the second piece, okay, again if this piece can be what sold like what two numbers of what, to 1 inch rod like this. So again the price is what, 1. So in this combination we will get what, 5 plus 1 plus 1, that is what, 7. So if you have made the cut on the first inch, if you made a cut on the second inch, so first piece is going to be sell as it is. We are finding the possibility on the second piece. Okay, similarly the cut made on the second inch and the first piece is going to be sell as it is. In the second piece we are finding the possibilities if it is sell as it is, and if you are doing the split on that inch also, like that if you are finding. So we will get what, 10. In this way we will get the 10. In this way we will get what, 5. And then the next what, we can make a cut on the third inch. Okay, so third inch, so we can sell the 3-inch rod as it is as a single piece, and we can check the possibility on the second inch. So now what, the cut made on the third inch. Okay, so that possibility is what, 3-inch rod as it is what, 5. 3-inch rod is what, 8, and 1-inch rod is 1. So that will get what, 9. Okay, no more possibility on the second piece. Okay, and finally what, the cut made on the last inch not here. It means that the 4-inch rod as it is we are selling. Okay, and no second piece. In that case we will get what, the 9. 4-inch rod price is what, 9. So that what, here we no need to do this. So the algorithm will start like what, the cut made on what, the first inch. So I equal to what, 1. Okay, the cut made on the second inch. Okay, I equal to what, 2. And the second piece, what is the possibility that we are checking. Here also what, the second piece was, what is the possibility, like that what we are checking. And I equal to what, 3. The cut made on the third inch. Okay, so what is the possibility. And then I equal to what, 4. Cut made on the fourth inch. It means that second, there is no second piece. That piece will be sold like that. Here we are getting that 9. Here also we are getting that 9. Okay, so among this we need to find the maximum revenue as what, 10. So this needs to be what, returned as a result. Okay, this is a simple solution, briefly I explained. Okay, so we need to what, we are going to what, discuss 3 different algorithms for what, the rod cutting problem. Okay, one is that divide and conquer. Another 2 versions are what, the dynamic programming. Okay, here that input is what, n inch rod, and then what, the price list, one array. Okay, and what is the n value. The array size is what, n. The array containing only the price list. The price list indicate what, the first P1 is nothing but what, 1-inch rod price. P2 is 2-inch rod price. P3 is a 3-inch rod price. Like that what we are getting. The array index start from what, 1 to what, n. Like that we are going to assume it. Okay, so now we will start discussing the 3 algorithms. So the next step, 3 algorithms for solving the rod cutting problem. One is a top-down recursive, and top-down memorization, and top-down bottom-up. This is the divide and conquer. Okay, and these 2 are the dynamic programming. Both are the same method, dynamic programming, only here the approach is different. Why we are doing the 2 different approach means, how the standard divide and conquer algorithm can be converted into the dynamic programming. So the same usually what we are using the top down, that is a divide and conquer approach, we are using the top down approach only. The top down approach itself what will be converted into what, dynamic programming, by introducing what, the memorization concept. Okay, memorization is nothing but what, the name itself or memorization, remember the answer. It means that smaller size subproblem solutions will be what, remembered. Remembered means what, it will be stored in a table. So only it is called as what, the memorization. So we can also call the dynamic programming approach as a memorization method or the tabular method. Okay, so if they ask by using the memorization method to solve the problem means, don't get confused, it is a dynamic programming only. Or what? The tabular method. So another name for the dynamic programming is what? Memorization method, or what? The tabular method. Memorization means what? The smaller size sub problems are memorized. It means that remembered. It means that it is stored in a table. Okay, so then what? Bottom up approach. This is a standard approach and a standard what? Dynamic programming approach. Okay, this variation is just to understand the conversion of the recursive top down to what? Top down memorization, how to do it. Then what is the standard bottom up? Thank you. First we will see that a top down recursive algorithm. First one, here that algorithm is very simple. Catrad 1 algorithm 1, okay, of the input is that p 1 to what? N comma what? N is that in size and array start from 1 to n. Okay, what is the logic for this is, if 4-inch rod is given like this, input is given like this, okay, what we explained in that introduction, that is what? I equal to 1 2 3, the cut made on the first one, cut made on the second, cut made on the third, like that. So if cut made on the first one, okay, the possibility is what? We can sell it 1-inch rod as it is. Okay, so what is the price of that 1-inch rod? That is what? P1, okay, plus, and the 3-inch rod as it is we are not going to what? Sell. Instead we are going to find the maximum revenue for the second piece. This algorithm is going to find the maximum revenue, return, okay, maximum revenue, okay, that is what? For, that is Rn, maximum revenue for Rn for n-inch rod. Okay, so this is going to return what? That Rn, correct? N-inch rod maximum revenue. So that is the return of what? This algorithm, correct? So if we need that maximum revenue of the 3-inch rod, we are going to use what? The same algorithm, cut rod 1, to obtain the 3-inch rod maximum revenue. 1-inch rod maximum price we are going to take from what? That array, that is a price list. So P1 plus what? Maximum revenue for the 3-inch rod, that is a R3. Okay, so what is that combination? So this will take care of what? Finding the maximum revenue. It means that 1-inch rod piece as it is we are going to what? Sell, and then 3-inch rod maximum revenue in that, okay, sub problem, it will take care of finding what? These solutions. Okay, among these three, that is a 3 9 7 and then what? 4, maximum one will be what? Choose as what? Maximum revenue of what? 3-inch rod. So this will be determined by what? This sub problem. Okay, that is the first one. So here one combination, and second one combination is what? The cut made on the second inch. Cut made on the second inch means what? If you are selling the 2-inch rod as it is, that is a price of the 2-inch rod, P2, price of the 2-inch rod plus the remaining 2-inch rod is there na, that maximum revenue. Here we are not going to sell as it is, we are going to find a maximum revenue for what? The 2-inch rod. The second piece to maximum revenue, that means what? R2. So what is the value? Okay, the next cut made on the 3rd inch, okay, 3-inch rod as it is we are going to sell. Okay, so 3-inch rod price list, that is a P3 plus remaining 1 inch rod maximum revenue, that is going to be determined by the same algorithm, that is what R1. Then we are going to continue what the cut made on the last inch, 4th inch, that is what first piece is going to be sold, sell as it is, that is a P4 price of the 4 inch rod, plus what 0 inch rod price list, that is what R0. Okay, among these, okay, so these are all the possibilities. Okay, that is the main problem, correct? These are all the possibilities. From that I need to what choose that maximum. Okay, so maximum is that result. Okay, here itself for this sub problem will take care of what maximum revenue for 3 inch rod. So that 3 inch rod price plus what the price of the 1 inch rod, so that is one solution. Another one is 2 inch rod solution, price plus what P2, that is one answer. Similarly what this and this, among this which is the maximum, that is the result. Okay, so here that R3, these three values, okay, from that the maximum is what 9. So 9 plus the 8, here this is the 8 3 inch rod price, this is what 7, and then what 4. This 3 will be what determined. Among the 3 the maximum is what 8. So 8 plus what 1 9, like that we will get that maximum revenue. Okay, so the algorithm is very simple, that is for we need to find the maximum. That cut is for start from here, I equal to what 1, okay, I equal to what 2, and I equal to what 3, and I equal to what 4, like that. So simply a for loop for IA equal to what start from 0, start from 1, for I equal to what 1 to what the cut position up to what n, and do that following. Okay, when I equal to 1 I need to what take the P1, okay, that is a price list P of 1, plus we need to find that revenue for the 3 inch rod. 3 inch rod means what I equal to 1 for remaining inch rod. Remaining inch rod means what n equal to 4. So 1 inch rod we are going to sell as it is. It means that remaining inch will be what n minus 1. For the second iteration 2 inch rod P2 plus remaining inch what P n R n minus 2. Okay, here R n minus 3, here R n minus what 4, like that we have to find. So I need to find the maximum revenue of the second piece, that is R, that can be determined by using the same algorithm. For finding the remaining inch rod second piece maximum revenue, we are going to use what cut rod. Okay, we are not going to take the price of the second piece as it is. Instead, that second piece maximum revenue is going to be determined by what the cut rod algorithm. So cut rod 1 and the price list, that is going to be what sent as it is, comma, that n, what n we need to pass means what is the remaining inch, that is remaining inch was n minus what I. Okay, which inch rod maximum revenue if we need means what 3 inch rod. When I equal to 1 we need the 3 inch rod. When I equal to 2 I need the 2 inch rod. So like that what n minus I inch rod maximum revenue I need. So now what we are introducing what a Q, which is equal to what infinity. So for large negative infinity, largest what negative number. Okay, this is to just to what find the minimum, maximum revenue. So now what we need to do means, in when I equal to 1, if this summation is greater than this existing maximum, this is what assumed as that maximum, Q is assumed as the maximum revenue. If that result is greater than what the existing maximum, we need to update the Q. So what we are checking if okay, so that R cut rod of n minus 1, that is R3, R3, R2, R1, R0, it is stored in that R. This R plus what? Price of what? I inch rod, 1 inch rod, 2 inch rod, 3 inch rod. So what? P of 1, that is I, plus that R, maximum revenue of what? N minus I inch rod, which is what? Greater than that, greater than what? The existing maximum. Then I need to what? Update. Okay, so then I need to update which one? Q equal to what? P of IA plus what? R. So at the end the Q will be updated with what? The maximum revenue. End if, and then what? End for, and then what? I need to what? End that algorithm. Okay, with by returning that value. Okay, returning the Q. Return Q and end cut rod 1. Okay, cut rod 1. So this is that algorithm, correct? So Q equal to infinity. Just we are finding that maximum between these. For that we are taking one variable Q equal to minus negative minus infinity, and then we are getting here. This is for finding the R3 to 1, like that. In each iteration, when I equal to 1, R3 will be determined. Here 3 will be passed. When I equal to 2, here 2 will be passed. I equal to 3, 3 will be, sorry, I equal to 3, 1 will be passed here. I equal to 4, 0 will be passed here, like that. Since we are using the recursive algorithm, what should be the termination condition? For which problem, okay, problem size, okay, this procedure is not needed. Okay, when input equal to 0, 0 inch rod price, it is not given. Okay, 0 inch rod price means what? 0 price. So that what? So what is the smallest problem here is what? N equal to 0. In that case, what we need to what? Execute this. So just to check if okay, n equal to what? 0, then return 0. Okay, end if. Otherwise you find the maximum between this one. Okay, so the revenue 3 R3. Okay, this algorithm will take, recursive procedure will take care of what? Finding this one. Okay, so this is the top down recursive and divide and conquer. Okay, so the problem is divided into what? Sub problems, like what? R0, R1, R2, R3, like that. The sub problems are what? Solved. Okay, finally we are finding the solution. Okay, so here we are finding the sub problems. Here we are doing the solving the sub problems. So that main solution is depending on this what? Sub problems. You will clearly understand the drawback in this approach, this problem divide and conquer approach, the drawback. Okay, by tracing that algorithm, what is the exact drawback is there, and by tracing that algorithm, and what is the need of the dynamic programming, that also you will get understand. Okay, so now the input is now what? 4 inch rod. So I need to what? Call cut rod of what? Okay, cut rod of what? 4, that is the initial one. Okay, simply what we are going to what? Cut rod of what? 4, like that what we are assuming. Okay, so it means that on that algorithm what? P1 R3, P2 R2, P3 or R1, like that we are using. It means that in each problem there are 4 iterations, that is n iterations. Here the input is what? 4. 4 means what? I equal to 1, 2, 3 up to what? 4. 4 iterations. In each iteration we need to call what? Cut rod. Correct? So when I equal, that is n equal to 4, there are 4 cases. One is that okay, n equal to, I equal to what? 1, I equal to 2, I equal to what? 3, and I equal to what? 4, like that. Okay, So in get I equal to 1 means, okay, we are going to find what I equal to 1 means, cut rod of p comma what 3. Okay, that is a cut rod of what 3, that we are going to find, plus what p1, like that we are going to what find. So here that procedure is what we are going to determine p1, okay, plus cr of what 3. So there is another recursive call here. Okay, after finding that, you will get that price for what this one. Okay, so cut rod of what 3. So here maximum revenue for what 3 inch rod. So here n equal to 3, again what there is a 3, I equal to 1, I equal to 2, I equal to what 3. So that like this, I equal to 1, I equal to 2, I equal to what 3. Here we will get what p1 plus, in this first one, p1 plus cr of what 2 inch rod we will get, correct. So similarly here in these 4 iterations, I equal to 2, p1 plus cr of what 2. Here we will get what p1 p2 plus p3 plus cr of cut rod of what 1. Here p4 plus cut rod of what 0, like that we have to call. So this will be called after completing this one. Here there is a recursive call, we are getting a cr of what 2. So here we need to find a p2 what plus a cr of what 1, and p3 plus what cr cut rod of what 0, like that we have to find it. So this will be determined after completing what this one. In this recursive call again I equal to 1, and then what I equal to what 2, I equal to 1, I equal to what 2. Okay, in this case what p1 plus, again p1 plus what cr of what 0, 1 inch rod maximum, and p2 plus cr of what 0. Now this will get executed after completing this. So now here and this will be what expanded like I equal to what 1, it will be executed only for what I equal to 1, I equal to what 1. In that case p1 plus what cr of what is 0, like that it will be called. Okay, I equal to 1 only, n equal to 1. So when cr of 0, cr of 0 is what, as per that algorithm, is the smallest subproblem. Cr of 0 means it is a 0, so 0 will be returned here. So it will return the 0. So this call will return that 0, and this price is what 1. Okay, 1 inch rod price is what 1, 1 plus 0 1, so that will be returned to here, that is what 1. This 1 inch rod price is what 1. Okay, and here 1 plus 1 is what 2. For this combination it is what 2. Okay, similarly another branch is that is a p2 plus what cr of 0. Cr of 0 price is what again 0. Okay, sub problem. Okay, so this cr of 0 sub problem, okay, here only we need to observe it. When we are finding we are calling the cr of 0, the cr of 0 solution is already what determined, correct, during the process of what cr of 1. Cr of 1 also what cut rod of 1 also what determined, it is what 1. Similarly cr of 0 in this problem, when we are calling cr of 0, it is already determined. Even if it is determined already, it will not aware of that, it will be called again as per that algorithm. As per that algorithm it will be called again. It means that we are doing the recomputation again in this algorithm. That is the drawback of what this algorithm. So cr of 0 means what, again it will call it and it will return the 0 and it will mark it. And the p2 value is what, it is taken from the table, that is array. P2 is what 5. So 5 plus 0 is what 0. So the p1 p2 p3 values will be taken from what, that array. Okay, so p array is what, it is 1 comma 5 comma 8 comma what 9, like that it is given. This is an input, so it is taken from here. So 5 plus 0 is what 5, among these two, maximum will be what returned here. Among these two branches, maximum is what? 5. So the maximum revenue of 2-inch rod is determined as what? 5. Correct. So maximum revenue of 0-inch rod is the 0, it is returned. Here maximum revenue of 1-inch rod is 1, that is returned. And and here what? We determine the maximum revenue of a 2-inch rod, it is a 2. And a 1-inch rod price is what? 1. So 1 plus 5 is what? 6. So for this branch it is determined as what? 6. Next this branch, come to what? This one. P2 price is what? P2 price is 5 plus 1-inch rod price. 1-inch rod price means this is a recursive call. But if you start tracing that problem, here already what? CR of 1 is determined. Clear? But here again it will do that recursive call. Recursive call means what? Again it will be what? Executed for what? I equal to 1. I equal to what? 1. For that it will get executed. I equal to what? 1, it will get executed. In that case what? P1 plus what? CR of what? 0, like that. Then CR of 0 is what? 0. And P1 is a 1. And 1-inch rod maximum revenue will be determined as what? 1. Okay, so what you have done here, the same computation is happening for what? This call also. Okay, if you are executing this algorithm, will get the solution, but unnecessary recomputations will be there in this algorithm. So that only we are seeing here. Okay, so again what? 1 plus 1, that is 1 plus 5, it is what? 6. So we are getting that 6 here. This maximum revenue for this branch. One more is that P3. So P3 value is what? 8. And CR of 0. CR of 0 will return, that call will return what? 0. 0 plus 8 is what? 8. So among these 3, 6 and then 8, it will return that 8 as the maximum. So CR of 3 is determined as what? 8. And P1 is what? 1. So 1 plus 8 is what? 5. So here the solution is what? 9 for this one. It is over. Next it will go to that branch. So when we go to that branch here, okay, P2 price is that 5. Again CR of what? 2. CR of 2 means that is a recursive call. But for finding the CR of 3, CR of 2 is already what? Solved. Correct? That during the determination of what? The 3-inch rod revenue, maximum revenue, we got that 2-inch rod maximum revenue here. But without aware of this calculation, okay, as per this algorithm, this recursive call again will determine the 2-inch rod revenue price. That is a major drawback. So in the dynamic programming approach, what we are going to do means, here whenever we are solving the problems, okay, that problem solution will be what? Memorized. It will be what? Stored in the table. So when you are coming to solve the same type of problem, CR of 2, it will not be called again. Instead what? That solution will be taken from what? That table. So CR of 2 is already stored in the table 5. That will be taken here. This is in what? Dynamic programming. But here as per this algorithm, again the branch will start from like this. CR of 2 means what? Again the branch will be what? Started. When I equal to what? 1 and I equal to what? 2, like that the branch will be started. So I equal to 1, I equal to what? 2. The same thing will happen here. It means that P1 plus what? CR of what? 1 and P2 plus what? CR of what? 0, like this. Again these subproblems already solved. Again it will do that recursive call. These computations also what will be what? Reduced in the dynamic programming. But here we must do that. We will go here and I equal to what? 1. I equal to what? 1. Here we got P1 plus what? CR of what? 0. So what? 1 plus what? 0. It is 1. So P1 is the 1 plus 1 is what? 2, and this branch P2 is a 5, and CR of 0, and 5 plus 0 is what? 5. That maximum is what? 5. Like that it will determine again. If you see that procedure, so this and this will be the same, correct? So the same procedure is repeated again, recomputed again. This is what going to be reduced in the two algorithms. Okay. Similarly here Catrad of 1, again recursive call. Catrad of 1 is already determined here as well as what here. First time what here it is determined. But here again it will be what calculated. So that what P3 inch rod price is that 8, and here it will be called recursively. That is what I equal to 1. I equal to what? 1. I equal to 1 means P1 plus what? CR of what is 0. Okay, CR of 0. CR of 0 is 0, and P1 is that 1. 1 plus 0 is what? 1. CR of 1 will be determined as what? 1. So 1 plus 8 is what? Here it is 5, and 5 plus 5 is what? 10. For this solution it is a 10 here actually. For this solution 8 plus 1 is what? 9. And for this P4 is the 9, and CR of 0 is the 0. 0 plus 9 was 9. Among these the maximum is for 10. So the 10 will be returned for that main call. Okay, that is the solution. Here we are going to avoid that recomputation of what CR0, CR of 1, CR of 2, like that. This revenue is already determined during the calculation of what 3 inch rod. That is going to be what memorized, and that memorized answer is going to be what utilized for what the sub problems. Like that we are going to what design. So this is the drawback in this top down recursive. Okay, this is actually a divide and conquer. In this, how we are going to what modify that algorithm by introducing the memorization concept, that we will discuss in the next video. Okay, so please try to understand this problem and what is that drawback in this problem. Okay, if you have a doubt you can ask. Thank you.